Hello and welcome back to the Flat Chat podcast. Today you have Jacob, Heggie, Callum and back by popular demand you have Aaron. How's it going, Aaron?
I'm very well. Don't know about popular demand, but
definitely popular.
There was some demand from some people.
Yeah, why weren't you here? Tell everyone what was going on.
Unfortunately, I have to do this thing called work, and this isn't my full-time gig just yet.
But you can maybe help it to be so if you subscribe, like, comment, do all the YouTube stuff, because we are getting closer and closer to 4,000 subscribers. So if you do that, we may or may not do a Halloween costume on a Halloween podcast.
We will.
If we hit 4,000 by Halloween, so you've got a few weeks.
Book us in Cameo as well. That will really push us closer. So you can get Aaron to wish you a happy birthday.
As I've done many times now, it seems that as well. There's a lot of different kind of messages.
What? Tell us some of the ones you've done.
I believe that will be some of the stories for them will be saved for another podcast.
He got his hands and knees and barked like a dog. Let's put it that way. Let's just say how it is.
This did not happen.
That's not quite, but just as bad, I would say.
Was there a cartwheel?
There was a cartwheel. I can confirm that there was indeed a cartwheel. So
many things. So we'll start as always with the football, with our teams. We'll start with you, Aaron. How do you feel Celtic got on? Obviously there was maybe COVID restrictions at Celtic Park. As a few fans, I don't know.
There was a slight bit of rain and a little bit of water on the roads.
What do you mean slight bit of rain? It was like 20
There was
inches.
three cars floating.
They didn't want to get washed. The water melts them.
Honestly, no, they were out in the streets getting their yearly wash.
Swimming around the streets, man.
I was going to say, all this because Celtic won 3-1 at the weekend. It's sad to see such a obsession.
Very controversial.
Yeah.
Oh, very.
We heard you cheated.
Well, there was no cheating about it. Listen, we can't go if VAR doesn't call it. If VAR doesn't call it, we can't do anything. It's the classic trope, you play to the win.
Let's be fair, you're as much a victim as Kelly, aren't you? It's all about the VAR. It's all about sorting VAR.
Exactly.
Right, Aaron?
Hey, listen, Celtic are a little bit cheated out of VAR, you could say, against Lazio, unfortunately. The goal, the arm was offside.
You can't score with your arm.
No, I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the winner that we should have had. Luis Palma, great finish. Unfortunately, VAR seems to think Maida touches the ball, and he doesn't.
He thought he was Messi, top off and celebrating and all that.
Did it get cut off?
Got cut off, yeah. That's what I was meaning by that.
Must have hurt.
It did hurt.
So
and then it went up the other end, and then, I mean, to be fair, you guys don't have to lie with that, not Champions League teams. But, yeah, weekend, 3-1 win over Kilmarnock, happy. Leeds won as well. Happy days.
Yep.
Our championship, I didn't even think to ask about the championship.
I
didn't think it mattered, but we'll
go on, say the weekly line. You'll be there next year. Go on.
Listen, this good run of form that, well, they would class it as good run of form. We would just class it as normally winning a football game. Will only last so long, and then they'll get relegated, and it'll be great.
It is,
and I'm here for
it's
it.
The usual. Jacob, do you want to talk about your
nearly
nearly relegated
Jack
team?
Harrison, what a player. I'm so glad he's finally took a step up in his career. Moved from Leeds to Everton. Scored an absolute belter of a half volley, barring in.
Dan James.
He's not having it straight away, nipping away. Jacob's launching his little road out there, and Aaron.
I will also compliment Jack Harrison, first of all, for the finish, and second off, the charity work that he's giving to a club less fortunate like Everton. I understand that. Listen, we're going to win the championship. It's going to happen.
There's no chance you win the championship. Leicester and Ipswich are gone.
Yeah,
You'll be lucky to get playoffs.
Yeah, listen, they'll fall off. HMS, the league, is happening. It's going to happen. But yeah, I will give.
Also, what's this nonsense? You're not a Leeds fan. You've now become an Arsenal fan. Like every week.
When Arsenal scored the winner, Aaron had his top off.
I
And
know.
they knocked us out of the
I
step.
thought he was barking. He was barking a bit like a dog.
Heggie, I know we're all the same age, but you get a little bit blank because I'm pretty sure that was Callum.
We were together.
I didn't even get to talk about how good Everton were.
We don't care.
4 seconds of Sam Harrison. Onana ran the show.
We don't care.
We are decent. Next game, Liverpool.
I can't believe that's your level. We're decent.
Strive for decent.
That's really good for Everton.
Maybe in 5 years' time they may actually be good.
No,
That's pushing it.
Callum said we'd finish 10th.
I know what, I'm feeling pretty happy about that, but at the same time I really want you to go down, so it's one of those ones.
That's the team you wanted to, or thought would finish 10th. Let's go the team you thought would win the league. How did they get on?
They did very well today.
We get a kind of, not a watch along, but the four of us watched it together.
It was very nervy, and you could tell that.
I wasn't nervous.
No, but the thing is, you could tell that both teams were just very nervy. It was honestly a snooze fest, wasn't it? But the best ending for us.
It was the worst game I've seen this season.
I probably agree with that because
I definitely
in terms of
I've seen a lot of Everton games.
There was three
games in my bum den.
This is meant to be the two of the best teams in the league, and they had 3 shots on target between them.
See-
Haaland touched the ball 3 times, maybe.
Maybe 4.
See, in terms of height versus quality, this is the worst game of the season.
I would say that Kovacic caught more ankles than Haaland had touches of the ball.
Yeah.
I was saying, are we going to talk about the Kovacic red card? Or
Well,
should have been red card?
you
Two yellows?
got a card and a half. Surely, it was definitely a yellow card there.
You
It was a red
got,
card.
you got a deep orange card.
Yeah.
That's what you got.
Yeah.
I
Never
thought
took-
the first one I personally thought was yellow, but the second one was definitely a yellow as well.
Yeah.
Whatever way you look at it, it should
I
have
just
been
feel it
off.
had to be a red.
He should have been gone.
Callum says first one's a red. Don't even want to discuss the second.
Oh, and the second one doesn't matter because he's already off the pitch in my eyes. Like, what's the point? And they're like, who cares?
Wouldn't even
Irrelevant.
debate with us.
No,
At this
irrelevant.
point, he'd have been the second Croatian to see 3 yellow cards in the game. The World Cup one.
Oh yeah.
Graham Poll, what a ref.
What a ref.
I think both teams were very lucky that this is the state of the squads that they played,
Yes.
Yeah.
and Arsenal came out on top.
Yeah,
Which-
I think what was massive for us is that we had the massive boost of bringing Martinelli back on. I know Partey came on as well, but it was Martinelli that made the difference, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Especially in that first half when he came on at half time and the first 10 minutes was all Arsenal.
You
It's because
didn't realise that Trossard was playing first half.
they started
were
to worry
anonymous.
about our left winger.
Yeah.
Seriously worry about him, and he definitely was the game winner for us.
Yeah, I was saying that as well, but
They-
I would personally say it would look like 2 very weak benches.
I think our bench was quite strong, to be honest. I think
There was
It's
just players that
like-
weren't fully fit.
Yeah,
so
it's
it's not the
fitness.
same.
It's
fitness.
not as strong as they have been in the past.
Yeah. I think really for us, the massive thing is De Bruyne and Rodri is a bigger miss than anything we could have lost.
Yeah,
Because they
yeah.
are. I mean,
Exactly.
yes, they might have the players to replace them,
No, you
but
don't replace the
they
two
are
of those.
so elite.
Yeah.
Rodri is the closest thing to Busquets.
I was going to say,
How do
So-
you replace Rodri? They played Bernardo Silva at CDM.
No idea. Well,
Pep Roulette is just at it again.
No, it's not even Pep Roulette. That's who he had to play.
We've got a wheel in the next room. I genuinely think Pep has borrowed this in midweek and just decided, right, where am I playing Bernardo Silva?
It was,
DM.
nearly Scott Carson. He was the next square.
But no, honestly, I think this game will serve as a very good prelude to later on in the season
Yeah.
when these two teams meet, when we get Rodri and De Bruyne back.
Very good prelude.
very good word.
When do you play them next?
Next year?
But do you know when?
Not a Scooby, no.
Nah.
I could be rid of it January,
February, I
so,
think.
yeah.
Very nice, very nice. We'll go quickly, very briefly,
Touch on
because
Rangers?
none of us really care too much in the moment. But Tab's goal.
Very good goal. Let's move on.
Nice.
Excellent. Excellent. So today's podcast, as you'll see from the title, isn't just talking about our Premier League teams or teams we like.
Good fun.
It's-
I really hope favourite team isn't on it because I will not know who to say for my answer.
what club you would?
You're in Leon today.
Leon.
Just see
Olympic Lyon.
So today it's all about our favourites.
Oh.
So there's lots of different things. It's not just your favourite team. We all know, mainly know who
Roughly.
we all support.
I'm assuming some of these will be really quick and easy. We've
Some
got-
of them will be
this is
very
my
easy.
team.
Others will be a discussion, maybe arguing, saying no, this is better and why. But we will start with the obvious: your favourite team and why.
Okay.
So we'll start with you, Cal.
Well, my favourite team is, shockingly enough, Arsenal.
Not a Scottish person not having a Scottish team as their favourite.
walking off this shit. I can't believe that.
Don't come back.
Right, you just smell over there, mate. No,
Why is that knocked off? I zoned out there. What happened?
I made a joke about it. I couldn't believe it's Arsenal.
Oh.
Blah, blah, blah. It's Arsenal. My dad supports Dundee United. I've explained it before. That wasn't happening. Rangers and Celtic were also off limits.
Like liking a team that's in a lower league, that'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
None of us would.
No, it wouldn't be me.
Aaron likes a team that's in a
Oh,
lower
he's
league.
made that
doesn't
up.
he?
Made
Likes
that
but not support.
No, it's Arsenal, and they became the team I liked because Arsene Wenger thought he was called Arsenal Wenger. Pretty simple.
In
I liked
fairness-
what I saw.
In fairness, I think every kid has thought that at least once.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
So yeah, easy.
My favourite football team is Thornleybank Thistle. My good friend Jacob here plays for them, and I scored a hat-trick for them, so that is the reason why.
You were the second man to ever do so.
Yeah,
The same.
I scored a goal as well
And
for
it
them.
was
so that's
in
good.
one half.
it was in one half. Subbed on, got the hat-trick, took the match ball home. What more can you ask
Did
for?
you actually get the match ball though?
Yeah.
Just out there.
I'm not involved in the
Is that pink Barbie one we've got out there? That's what Jacob plays with.
Aaron, what is your favourite team and why?
You're never going to believe this, boys. And this will shock you. My favourite team is Celtic. And it's because I support.
Right. What about you, Jacob?
Yeah.
It's because I support.
Yeah. No, basically, family got me into them when I was younger.
Oh, you remember watching the game in 2000? So
Oh yeah, he was 2.
He wasn't even 2.
No,
He was
I
like
wasn't.
1.5 or something.
I know, you're about 12 months old. It's a year in.
No, I was actually 2 because it was in August 2000. I was born in May 98, so that would have been me 2 years and 3 months.
What else did you do that day? Go for the papers, go for a what were you doing?
He was at the pub.
Oh, yeah, the pub!
Had my first pint at 2 years old.
You know what? He was in the dugout.
I should imagine. But no, yeah, easy as that. Family,
Yeah.
Sports Celtic, I suppose it's Celtic too.
Jacob, Everton, Rangers.
Rangers, my family. Everton's also other side of my family.
Yeah.
So keep it
You've
simple.
really got the worst lot in life.
Yeah.
Rangers and Everton.
Yeah.
So next up, we'll go to league. What is your favourite league? It can be. You can interpret this question how you want. Callum, what is your favourite league?
Oh, you know what? It's obviously the Premier League. I'm not going to mess about here. I think we all know it's the best league in the world in terms of the eyeballs on it. But honestly, if we had not won today, the referees would have made me say something else. I would not be able to say in the Premier League.
You'd
Michael
have said
Oliver
Wigan.
had robbed us of 3 points there. It's the Premier League.
How has he spoke about the refs when I
So-
don't know?
So, Jacob, well, we just don't have to answer as Premier League depending on the ref.
Well, Premier League, but the Premier League have the worst refs, which is
Right,
outrageous.
so what would you have said if it wasn't the Premier
Okay,
League?
good question. Thanks, Eggy.
He hasn't thought about it. That's realistically.
I will say
You're going to say the Prem.
La Liga.
Because all the La Liga games you watch.
I've watched the El Clasico a lot.
It's on every other
I'm
week.
sorry, Jacob. I'm not saying Scotland because it's dug meat.
Aaron, what is your favourite league?
Well, I am going to big up Scottish
Dog
football.
meat.
I don't care. It is the cinch because there is no league in world football that has the comedic factor like the cinch. And all levels. It could be the best teams in the country and it could be League 2, still in Albion. There's always something that happens. But in terms of actual league to watch, it's probably the Premier League.
The Cinch is the best book, but the worst
I
movie.
love that line from Heggie.
Really
Your
is.
dad came up with it, wasn't
It
it?
was,
Aye.
Imagine thinking the Heggie doesn't have any original thoughts of his own.
No, I just remember him telling me what it
Yeah.
was.
Best book.
The best book, but
good.
the worst
It is a good
movie.
one.
It is.
But the best stories.
The stories are great.
When you're watching it, it's not the best.
No,
is
it's
it?
horrific.
And also the
You turn it off.
Kind of Harry Potterish then.
Whoa. Let's not be
Let's,
offending people here.
let's bring it back to the cinch, as well. But see, to be fair, it's the league that means the most to me.
Yeah.
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 My favourite league is definitely the Premier League.
Yeah.
He's not going to mess about, make jokes. Just get in there.
It's
You asked me a simple question. What's your favourite league?
It is the Premier League and it's
I managed to give him some ramble about the referees though,
Yeah.
so.
I like that. I do like that. What's your favourite competition, either club or international? I don't want my favourite international as my favourite club is. Just what is your favourite competition?
So,
I think this one's potentially tricky, but
do you want us to avoid saying a league here then?
yes, yeah. So it's a cup.
Okay, I'm
Is
going to
that-
check my phone because I have 2 answers, I'm pretty sure, and I can't
I'll
I'll go first then.
Yeah. Your favourite competition?
I really love the Petrofac Cup. Something
That-
Celtic's
that-
never won.
because we've never been crap enough to be in it.
I can't believe I got a bite there.
That's it.
Or keep taxes.
a petrified
My
cup fight.
favourite competition is the Europa League.
I don't hate that at all.
You
Because-
did in 2021.
The June.
Just the
I
two.
loved it. I loved it in 2021.
Yeah.
Won more knockout games in that season than
No.
I've ever seen. His team won.
We got to the final 2022.
Was it?
I love how I've got a bite as well. It's great.
You meant 2022.
Aye, you
But,
got the year wrong.
No, Europa League, big fan of it.
Yeah.
I like it's a Thursday night.
Yeah.
It just suits me better.
Yeah. No, it's good.
It suits his schedule. UEFA go on and say what suits Heggie best first night.
They are big fans of the flat chat. They know it.
They
suits
do.
us better.
They are big fans. I've heard that. I've heard what's his face, Sefrin. He watches frequently.
Yeah.
I can't stand the Europa League because it hurts even more when you lose to Sporting Lisbon. You get papped out by Olympiacos.
And then focus on the league and then not win it.
Yeah, it's not the Europa League for me. The Champions League's the best competition. It's the one that Arsenal fans have all recently fallen back in love with.
Tricky second game in the
But I would say probably my favourite would be the Audi Cup because it's given Spurs some sort of false hope, and it's funny to watch them crumble and fall.
I love how he says false hope as Tottenham are currently top of the Premier League.
Yeah, for how long, mate?
Flip this up because
It's going to be a good one.
when Ange brings trophies to that cabinet.
Flip it up for what?
He's going to be
It's what, the first trophy since the Audi Cup win is what you're telling me.
I mean, they have won the League Cup.
If they win it as well, it still stands. The Audi Cup's a good cup because
What's
it's
your favourite?
That's your favourite.
Aaron, what's your favourite competition?
My favourite competition is the World Cup. And for me,
yeah, I
it's,
forgot that.
and for me, it's the best players in the world representing their countries. It only comes once every 4 years.
Yeah.
There's a rarity and a prestige to it.
When did Scott McTominay play in the World Cup?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's one
He's
of the
going to
best
play
players.
it. I was going to say he's going to play it in 2026, and he will be lifting the trophy for Scotland
Over in America.
over in America.
I think I can't see the World Cup until Scotland have played it, and I've seen it.
I know, we've never seen
I
it.
get you.
No, to be
You know what
fair,
I mean?
I get that.
Adam probably remembers the 1990.
Oh yeah, of course. You actually would have been in your mum's womb.
No, he's alive. He's
2
alive.
months old.
He's a month old.
Oh, so you would have been. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, the last World Cup we were at, France '98.
Yeah. What do you make of it?
Didn't see a lot of
We
it.
played Norway and Brazil, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played Brazil. We played Brazil.
Oh,
Was it first game?
You at
Was it
it?
not?
I wasn't at it. I wish I was though. Would have been good. Hopefully we'll be at Scotland in this World Cup.
Yeah.
That would be good. But no, I think it's just the prestige and the fact
Yeah.
best players in the world playing representing their countries.
I got
That's
that.
what I mean.
I probably would go Europa League, but I'm actually going to say Nations League, as we support a Nations League A team, and I feel if you're supporting a team that are in the
League A.
League B, like down low,
There's
it's-
no point.
You wouldn't say that. That's when
No,
it crossed your mind.
it'd be embarrassing to
Exactly.
support one of them, especially
Exactly.
if you were like a big nation and trying to say you can be favourites for winning a tournament.
Yeah.
League B.
Have
do you-
potentially the best squad. in the
Yeah, like
planet.
if you like got pumped 4-0 off Hungary.
Do you know what would
Yeah.
also be really embarrassing is if after every tournament they say that football is coming home.
No, it's before.
It's
And then they try
during.
and, then they try and sack Southgate.
And then after,
Then they rehire them in their minds, and then it's just chaos. It's brilliant.
It's not happening. Just
It's
not
not
happening.
happening.
But yeah, some great answers there. We're now going to go a bit different. We're going to go as if you've gone to a game, which for Cal might be a bit difficult. He's not been to
I've not been for
Maybe
about a
that's the
for
year.
a while. Yeah.
No.
Is your favourite food to have at a game?
Well, let's start off then.
Yeah, you start off. But if after that, if you don't want to talk about that, you can maybe say food to have while just watching the game. Although sometimes I feel you're a bit nervous to be eating.
If Arsenal are playing, I won't eat.
Yeah.
oh no, I would hate to see this man eat before an Arsenal game because it was going to be a good time for him.
No, I jump about like a madman, so it's coming straight back out if I do that.
I've seen the limbs.
Picture painted. If you're listening on Spotify,
I was going to say, I was watching the Arsenal Man United game with this man. If he had eaten before the celebrations he had that day.
Yeah, I know, because me and you were hugging away at the end,
You
and I've
did.
been sick all over you. So.
Yeah.
then we didn't even eat afterwards. We did.
Nah.
Took some of our food, but you weren't really.
I think when Arsenal playing in it's a really nervous game, I
Yeah.
just avoid it. But if I'm at a game, I would go for a pie. And do you know what? Quite like a wee curry pie.
Oh,
I know Heggie doesn't.
He definitely doesn't. Aaron, what are you thinking?
Unfortunately, Celtic Park's food options aren't as good as the Emirates. You'll be shocked to hear.
Horse.
Move to another one. But there are a couple of nice burger vans outside the ground that I like to go to. Really.
Goes to each one.
That's a good food, Aaron.
Why?
What food do you have?
He
I
eats a burger van.
I was going to say nice portion of chips. They do some good chips out there.
Chips.
Chips.
Burger potentially. They've got some nice ones.
It's a burger van, yeah.
I'm prone to a wee steak pie.
Yeah.
Aye.
I'm not the biggest fan of pies.
I'm
Unfortunately.
a pie, a Fanta, and whatever chocolate bar they have.
What kind of pie?
Steak pie.
Bloody hell, you got a meal deal.
Tesco meal deal.
You know what?
Costs about £16.90 in Ibrox.
You know where does better food than all these places?
Tovskis.
Where else?
Lunch Glasgow.
Correct.
And what can you do to get 10% off your order?
What can you do, Cal?
You can use the Flat Chat 10 in both Tovskis and Lunch Glasgow's apps.
That's superb.
And would you say they're better than? They're definitely a million.
They're definitely better than Celtic Park.
Obviously. It's definitely better than your meal deal, yeah.
That was the smoothest transition I have ever seen. That was unbelievable.
And I can confirm this because before the Scotland game against England, I went to Topski's and the scran was fantastic.
There you go.
Did.
There you go.
Did.
Add that in as well.
Next, we're going back to the football. We're going to have to cast our minds back here. We've probably seen, I see very few as an Everton fan, but we've probably seen hundreds in our lives. Goals. Your best goal. And I want two answers here. I want your best goal or favourite goal from your team that meant something to you in here.
Okay,
That's where football is. I'm still talking. And your just other one is just, that is an absolute peach.
Can I go last?
Jacob De Bruyne.
You
Let me
can go
talk.
fourth.
Because I want to use my answers to talk about the next category.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. You
Okay,
go forward.
You
I'll
don't
go first then.
Yep.
My favourite ever goal
For in here.
for Rangers
Yep.
is John Lundstrom against Leipzig.
Yep.
Unbelievable. I was in a bar with a lot of Irish people and I was celebrating very hard.
What were you doing that for?
I was down in
Was it
Manchester,
I
I believe.
thought it was a forfeit.
No. And they were all Celtic fans, so it was a bit ropes.
Was it Liverpool?
No, it wasn't Liverpool.
No.
I think it was
Did
Manchester.
you say darts too?
It was a wee dance event.
Oh,
it was
aye.
Yeah.
aye.
fair enough.
And my favourite goal for, what was it? Not
Just
Rangers.
the best
Not
goal.
Rangers. Not
Best goal.
Best goal is Sergio Roberto to make it 6-1.
Okay.
Larry Montada.
I thought you'd think like a goal that you thought looked really nice, but just a moment.
I remember running down the stairs to show my dad the goal when it happened.
I can respect that, to be fair.
Fair enough. Aaron, your favourite goal that meant something to you?
My favourite goal that meant something to me, I've been fortunate to see quite a few in my lifetime as a Celtic fan, but I'm going to go for Tom Rogic's, recently retired, against Aberdeen to win us the Invincible treble. A complete season, unbeaten, in the league and the cup competitions.
Not Europe, obviously.
No, absolutely not. We don't do anything in Europe.
Forget that. But yeah, that meant something to me. I was just coming home from work, didn't get to see the full game, but thankfully my boss, shout out to her, she is a very good Celtic fan and let me keep tabs of the game. So when I got home, was just in time to see Tom Rogic go past a corner, stick it past Joe Lewis, 2-1 Celtic.
Well enough.
Tears in his eyes.
There was actually tears in my eyes because
I can see.
Because it was Celtic's first treble in 16 years, and it's the first treble I'd actually got to see.
No, you remember watching the other one.
All 2000.
I love the way he talks about it, and he goes, "That I got to see touches his heart as well."
That's what it is.
That was the question.
He's been
Football
touched.
is from the heart.
Oh,
And
oh,
just the best goal that you've seen. So
The
not just-
best goal that I've ever seen.
you need to have seen it. So maybe one of your 40 Serie A games.
It's not going to be a Serie A goal. It's going to be Ronaldo's against Portsmouth.
Okay.
Free kick.
Okay.
Very good.
Very good goal.
It's one of the very first Premier League goals I ever remember seeing in that as well. Just seeing Martin Tyler's commentary, knuckleball, David James, no chance.
I actually remember more Ronaldo, obviously because it's Arsenal. I remember Ronaldo's against Arsenal against Almunia
in the Champions
near
League.
post, but he's just flapped into his own net,
Yeah.
and he just
He didn't even get a hand on it.
couldn't deal with the power of it. But yeah.
So that would be the goal I would say means a lot to me
Yeah, fair
about that as
Very
well.
nice.
So it's one I remember the most.
Jacob?
I get to go next?
Yeah.
I really liked your answer. So I'm going to say the same player but a different goal. I'm going to say Lundstrom when he made it 3-0 away in Borussia Dortmund. They had Bellingham on their pitch, who, as we all know, is one of the best players in the world. And he was chasing Lundstrom's shadow for most of the
He
game.
wasn't the best Englishman on the park
No,
that
he
night.
definitely wasn't, and there can be no
What's-
arguments. I don't even
what's-
think he was second. I think Kent was better.
Was that game was actually that goal you're talking about one of the goals of the tournament?
Oh, what was
I'm pretty sure it was.
It
It
was
was
a
up there.
left foot sweeping.
Kent is sent Akanji to Man City early
Yeah.
and swept it back, and Lundstrom's
Yeah.
Outside the box,
Yeah,
left
yeah,
foot.
yeah.
Brilliant
Far
goal.
corner, yeah.
to make it 3-0.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And my best goal that I've seen, I think I'm going to go for Bale overhead kick v Liverpool.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
with my mate who's a Liverpool fan, so I also felt really good celebrating the goal. Shout out to you, Egg. I hope you
I
really
can't
enjoyed it.
believe-
I remember that as well.
That was brilliant.
I can't believe you are abusing a man that had a concussion that day. That man had a family.
Shame for Carius, but it is what it is.
When did Egg knock his head?
He got
When hasn't he?
So I'm going for Bale overhead kick.
Okay,
That was unbelievable.
my goals.
Yeah, you
I'll
go
start
goals.
with the best goal I've seen first.
Okay, you do it that way.
The best goal I've seen is the one. You remember Thiago Alcantara against Porto?
The down and up volley.
I think that.
Do you think
just-
the ball touched the floor?
I
It
don't
did
know.
touch the floor.
You know what? I love that we can talk about it because that makes the goal even better. It's like,
Yeah.
did it or did it not? It's crazy.
I don't think it did. I think it literally just
It's the
floated
way
above
it goes-
It
Must have hit the floor.
The ball comes down and then goes through someone's legs and comes up slightly. It's just like I think it
Can
just
I have a
scrapes
wee
the grass.
segue that just takes it away from everything here? Someone recently said if you could put two footballers together that are both outside of the top 10 players ever, best players currently, to make the current best player, someone said Thiago Alcantara and Declan Rice, put them two together and you've got the best player in the world.
Or you've got the best box-to-box midfielder in the world.
Oh, because it can't be a top 10 player.
Yeah, so it's neither have to
I
be
think.
top 10
I think.
player.
I think it just sounds. That sounds like Vieira to me.
Whoa.
I think so.
Had to have that.
Just thought,
A wee
I
bit.
just
I
thought
get
putting
that.
them two together. I'm think after watching Rice today and
Aye.
Thiago, if he's got Rice's injury record, like his
Yeah.
legs, that just suddenly sounds.
Alcantara's his technique's ridiculous.
That is the best box-to-box midfielder in the world.
That's
That
Byron to
exists.
Byron. Never mind box to box.
Yeah.
Imagine Marcus Rashford
With
and
a brain.
Bernardo Silva put together.
No, just a
Nah, I
brain.
don't see that.
Someone with a brain. Gundogan on Rashford.
Oh, but Bernardo Silva's so good, close control. Rashford's not got that in his locker. And
Yeah.
very smart.
Yeah, fair. Okay, so my actual favourite goal then.
Yes, sorry, I was just.
So my favourite goal combines with my favourite match that I've watched from an Arsenal perspective, and it, of course, is Arshavin against Barcelona. We beat them 2-1 at the Emirates. Jack Wilshere's game, unreal goal, ball in to Fabregas, takes it on the turn on a sixpence, ball out to Nasri, bombing down the line. Van Persie's up with him. He forgets Van Persie.
Not listening to.
He finds Arshavin. Arshavin! Unreal.
I was
2-1.
going to
Up the road.
say, is that the game where Martin Tyler goes, Arshavin!
Inspired Cam just done it.
That's exactly
that's what I was wondering. That was
But yeah, no, that is my favourite game. I did a somersault on top of my dad's.
What was the
crazy.
score in the tie?
I think we lost, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. How good do you think Wilshere could have been had he not been injured? Where do you think he would rank in the Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes, De Bruyne debate?
I don't know.
He wouldn't be in
That's
that.
just
I
that's
think
a real.
Because he did all that at 19.
Yeah, and he had his moments where he would come back as well and go, "Oh, this guy's unreal again." But
Because
he'd
he was
get
at
injured again.
Bournemouth at 24.
Yeah, and then West Ham.
24
as well.
is so young. His career was basically done at the top level by 24.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
I really don't have a clue. It's just like he would have definitely been better than a Ramsey and stuff. I just think he'd have taken.
Would have been better than Fabregas.
I don't know.
Nah.
Like we can't just go. Oh yeah, he definitely would have.
I think he could be better than Bilva's been. I think
Yeah,
and Gundogan.
I do.
think that above that level.
Well, Gundogan I think similar level to Fabregas.
What, Belvez?
Bilbao too. Oh, that's tough.
That's
Like,
a toughie,
I don't know. I don't know with Jack Wilshere. Anyway, my favourite match I've watched would be the World Cup final last year. That's not including Arsenal.
Yeah.
3-3. Ah, ridiculous. So that's my match one.
We got to
Nice,
see
moved
to
on.
see the GOAT win the best trophy of them all.
Your favourite match, Higgy?
Favourite match ever? Rangers won Leipzig game, obviously.
Yeah, it has to be.
And
There's not even competition for that, I don't think.
no.
Well, there is. Braga,
I don't
Red
think.
Star.
I honestly don't know how I could feel better watching a football game.
No, there's none.
I don't think if we won it, I don't think I would have felt better.
No,
than the
I
Leipzig
think, I
game.
think you're right. Like, the celebrations, yeah.
Yeah. And the other game would be Man City v Tottenham at the Etihad. I was there.
Mm,
The
3-2.
3-2. Yeah,
I like that you were there.
I was there.
Right, that.
Oh, this puts pressure on me.
That's
So, a little bit. My favourite match has to be the same as you, the Leipzig one. I'm not even going to come up with another answer. But a favourite match not involving my team. I see I had a Scotland game, but that can't...
No, go for it.
That's
No, yeah, you can.
That's fair.
I really liked the Scotland-Israel where McTominay scored in the last minute.
Oh,
Because we were down 1-0, then we were down 2-1.
I was there again.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah,
Norway?
I was
When we
there,
beat them, we beat Norway very late with 2 goals.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You guys were just nipply.
Or do you know what? Another really good Scotland game, Denmark with the Che Adams goal.
Oh yeah.
Spain, the
Spain
2-0.
2-0.
If we'd held on against England, is it
Spain
2-2?
away?
Yeah.
On the way-
Yeah.
This goes out just before it.
I was going to say, but soon though you'll be able to
Yeah,
talk about
soon.
that.
Yeah.
So-
So yeah, fair enough.
Adam, the favourite match?
So, favourite match from Celtic that I've ever seen is the 2-1 game against Barcelona.
Fair enough.
A 2-1 game against Barcelona. I do not know how we've won that to this date. We had 11% possession and we beat the best team in Europe.
Genuinely think Fraser Forster had his best ever game.
Messi called it the
Oh,
best
that- yeah,
goalkeeping
Messi's-
performance
Messi's talked about that.
he's
Yeah.
ever had. He said it's not human.
The fact that Messi still scored, it's kind of ratty. Like, oh, that's the best ever, and he still couldn't stop me.
I was going to say, did you see the one where like Messi sent like a bunch of like I think it was like Budweiser
Aye,
to every
did.
goalkeeper that he conceded that one?
Casillas ended up with like 400.
Poor
But-
lad steaming.
Exactly. Well, at least you could drink to forget about it, I suppose. But aye, that's my favourite
Fair
Celtic
enough.
game and favourite
Game.
game
Oh, has
outside.
he watched
of that.
another game?
Outside of
Ah,
Celtic.
you know what? I have.
It's
and
going to be like Genoa v
I
Spencer
know.
last season.
No. It's going to be a game that I was at. Scotland versus Spain.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Easy.
Again, Tierney, literally a couple of yards from me, skinning Carvajal like a bag of chips.
And then
Did
Makes
they
sense.
recognise you from the flat chat?
He didn't,
I
but
don't know if
Kieran.
Carvajal watches.
Listen, but Kieran, if you ever want to come on,
I'm sure he's got a lot of free time. He's interested for 3 months.
Yeah.
I'll maybe give him a wee message.
Yeah,
I think
I think he'll be enjoying his sun lounging in Spain.
That's Spain.
Listen, he can do football terrible over Zoom. That's not But aye, for that one, for me, just it really felt like Scotland were actually back in the big time with that game.
I get that.
Right. It felt like we'd actually gone against a big European team, and we've been so unlucky in the past. Look at Italy, look at England recently
Yeah.
as well. But then obviously gone to beat Spain, putting us right in contention.
And deserving it.
And deserving it.
Like, you can kind of get lucky in games like that, but
We definitely did
Like
deserve it.
Norway, we were quite lucky.
Yeah.
Spain, we deserved to be.
Definitely.
And it was so good to see Rodri, the master of the dark arts, we were just to tears about the Hampden pitch. All I'm going to say is, get good, mate. Do better. Play better.
Love that. What have we got
Grow
next?
up. I mean, I know you play for Man City, but grow up.
On to this one, and I want there to be a wee argument here. I want you to fight for your answer.
Okay.
So I don't want you to accept anyone else's other answer, even though there's all good. I want your favourite month of the year in football. So what month do you think?
Oh,
That's tough.
That's
because
the most exciting.
I
month.
have two.
There is a genuine definitive answer here.
I think it's two really good answers.
There could be
two
three,
really
though.
good answers.
There is three. I think one of them is just irrelevant.
No, but one of them
Last
could
up.
be depending on.
There's two
How
really
good
good
you are
answers
for
and
years.
one answer you can maybe argue.
Last up.
You go first.
Yeah.
The best month in football is nearer the end of the season. It's April. It just is.
Wow.
Champions League semi-finals. Premier League's at that stage where you don't know who's going down,
But
who's
you
winning
then
the
end
title.
April and you still don't know.
But it's not May because the football's ending, so you're sad.
Yeah. That's
I
a great
think-
argument.
I think as a neutral in the Premier League, Heggie, that's the right answer for what you just said. But I think as a fan of like an Arsenal and you fall away at the end of the season or something, or Leeds going down, that's definitely not the best month.
Hey, listen, May is superb for
We
me.
can't answer this biased though.
No, it's got to be.
I know, but I think just
From
as a me watch, I think
So-
I think for me better month. I think I've got two, but I'll say what I think it is.
April, one vote. Cal?
I will say that December is the best month. And I was thinking maybe August because everyone comes back and it's all exciting. It's the most exciting year for football. But December has that period. It's obviously you're enjoying your Christmas and everything, but it's also got football every other day for that 2 weeks. And
It's very good.
it's so good. And you're also hungover watching football, all that kind of good stuff.
And also it leads it into January, which
Yeah.
of course when the big sort of shake-ups happen.
I just think it's lots of games.
I prefer January.
Oh no.
No.
Let's get the transfer window.
January you just sit and watch the
I
Sky
don't care
Sports
about
News and that as well. Really.
December's where it's
So-
at.
April,
Yeah.
December.
I'm going to go for May. I think it's the month where everything is decided, there in stone. There's very little games I don't think that matter in May, at least to some
Very
day.
little games that matter.
I was going to say there's not
Everything's
many.
other way.
Oh.
Every game matters so much.
Every game matters so much in May. It's where everything's decided.
Yep.
It's where trophies are won. Champions League final is usually in May.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's between them.
it's a predominantly May thing. I associate it with May more than June.
So
But yeah, May for me. And it's my birth month, so.
What are you going to go for?
I get to give a wee shout out to some months that didn't win it. I love international breaks, and obviously in the months that you have all said, there's none. Scotland do not play in April, May, or December.
Listen,
And
Scotland have only been good in the last couple.
I think you need to
I
notice.
love Scotland, but
Yeah.
international breaks are not good.
No, not
I
yet.
love them because I go to every single Scotland game. I don't go to every Rangers. I don't go to every Everton.
That's fair enough, but I think you notice. I think
Yeah.
there was no chance. They're the worst months.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe potentially.
for football.
I think the worst months. I think August is really low. Half of August there's no games. The matches, the players aren't up to full fitness.
I get that. I think it's more exciting actually.
And then the
July's better.
new signings don't always go straight in.
Yeah, I get that.
But I'm gonna go. I really like the answer. I'm gonna go for December.
Oh,
Whoever
okay.
said December's you.
Yeah.
There's often an old firm depending. It used to be the
About
first or
New
second,
Year.
but now it's usually like 29th, 30th. I think this year it's December. There's loads of matches. Boxing Day is my favourite day of the
amazing.
year.
Amazing.
Have you seen the Boxing Day 1963 results?
Heavy posting it right or Aaron posting it right.
I will.
Yep.
I will edit it.
I think December. I think Rangers and Everton will have about 9 or 10 matches this month. It's
Really
brilliant.
good. Yeah.
But I think the April shout's good in May.
It could be a good month or a bad month.
Exactly. I think it's exciting. That's what's good about it. It's exciting.
Yeah, that's
What's
exciting.
next year?
So that was our month of the year, which was a nice argument. Now it is your favourite player, and there is a separate category afterwards. So I just want your favourite player.
Okay, who wants to go first? Anyone?
I want you to go first.
Okay, favourite player that plays for Arsenal is Bukayo Saka.
Just favourite player. So your favourite player is Bukayo Saka.
It is Bukayo Saka. If it's not for Arsenal, it would be Kevin De Bruyne though.
You said 3 times, don't say
I
one.
just-
No, but because I have an answer for the other one.
Oh, that's right. Then.
The other one's irrelevant
No,
to what
so
I've just
it's
answered.
different.
Yeah,
Okay.
completely different.
That's fine. So favourite player in your club.
Yeah, I like him. It's not players to watch. Is
Oh my
like
goodness, he's
different.
giving away.
You give away so much here.
So
Oh no!
favourite player.
Oh,
Eggy?
please, mate.
Tavernier.
Tavernier. He's fit to be captain.
Yeah.
100%, isn't it?
That's going to be
Ridiculous,
controversial
you
with
think
Rangers
otherwise.
fans. That's going to be good.
I think it's ludicrous the way he's getting treated.
If you take captaincy off, that's something that doesn't change anything.
No.
If a rubbish team do
Yeah.
it, it's still rubbish.
Yeah.
Scored a brace again today.
That second goal.
It leads on the pitch rather than
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
changing room.
That's like,
potentially.
it's similar-ish to like a Gerrard. Gerrard was not loud, he just
Yeah.
led by example.
Yeah.
Aaron, your favourite player?
Oh, now ask me to pick a favourite Celtic player. Like ask me to pick between my 3 kids, and they're standing and they'd be sitting there right in front of
What's
me.
their names?
This is first I've heard. I
But I'm going to go for Kyogo. I think his movement off the ball is superb. He's a lethal striker when he gets a sniff. And yeah, I love watching him.
You're quite lethal once you've. Oh no.
Let's just
What was that joke meant to be?
what was that with me?
Let's get out, man.
Let's just move swiftly on. Kyogo is my answer.
My favourite player is Romelu Lukaku. It is.
Hang on.
It's so, you know what?
La caca.
It's just so embarrassing.
But
How?
would you, if I'd said someone else, you'd have went. Oh, like,
Do you know what it's like? Your ex cheating on you, and then you just still love her for some
Aye,
reason.
it is. It's pathetic.
Just
Grow up is what they're telling you, Jake.
I've
Embarrassing.
never had a player play for one of my teams where at their peak they were one of the best in their position.
But why do you still love
Yeah,
him
who
so
cares?
much?
I think knowing what he can do, I think it's phenomenal. I think he gets unfair hate. I just think as well there's a chance. I thought there was a chance we got him back.
Do you know, I'll give you that. I think he does get unfair hate.
Definitely. He's
But-
already get 10 goals for Roma in all competitions.
Yeah, no, he's a good striker. He's just not a very good footballer.
To be fair, for his position, I don't think you necessarily need to
Don't
be.
really
So I mean, you just have to constantly slag it. You
But
feel
do
like
not
you
say
want to.
Haaland's that as well though.
Haaland's a better version of
I
Lukaku.
watched him today.
He is a bit. He's
brings
faster and he's stronger.
Yeah, and he brings players
And
into
more
play
lethal.
much better than Lukaku does.
I did it really well today.
But if you want to also
He
be a
did.
member of the
Did he
Lukaku
get the
fan
chance?
club, please send all your messages to Jacob Money.
Favourite Rangers player is obviously Tavernier, top scorer in Europa League,
Yeah, yeah.
scored all the goals in the knockout stages, drove us to a Europa League final.
Fair enough.
Phenomenal.
What's the next one?
Next one is player to watch, which sounds similar, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's a player that maybe gets you off your seat, or Cam Stan's watching Arsenal anyway, but a player that gets you to the edge of your seat, you're thinking, oh, I would love him to play for my team, or just, maybe he does play for your team.
Well, I go again?
No, I don't want you to go first. You've been the first enough. I'm going to go for Heggie.
Mahrez.
Oh,
I know you
yeah,
would
he
say
loves
that,
Mahrez.
Absolutely love him.
I'm surprised he wasn't your favourite player.
No.
No, Tav.
Tav,
Tav's in
yeah,
here.
Aye, Tav plays for Rangers.
If I was a pro footballer, well, if I was to mould myself into a pro footballer, I would want to play like Mahrez.
You've got a similar right foot as him.
Yeah. Similar left as well, some say. I think he's just so technically good. He's underrated as well. Like, people don't put him in the top 5 Africans to ever play in the Prem, and it is mental.
Do you not?
No,
I think he's
a
fifth.
lot of people don't.
Who we got? Drogba and Salah. and
yeah.
and Mahrez
He's maybe
and
Mane.
Mane. That's the 5 there. Who's next?
Yaya might go drop down position or two.
Yeah. No, I was
A
just
lot of
saying.
people put an S in, but we didn't see him as much.
Yeah,
No, I think he's Mahrez is in my 5.
Yeah.
I knew you'd probably pick
I think
that.
he's top 3.
Player to watch, Adam?
I'm going to be not so much controversial, but someone I've loved watching right now, and I think it's going to go on his superstardom, is Jude Bellingham.
Ooh, okay.
He has ran the show in every game that I've seen him play.
Yeah, I've
for
seen him.
Real Madrid,
Yeah.
for England. He was given the freedom of Hampden Park,
I've
unfortunately.
seen him play live and he scored in both games. So
He's a joke, isn't he?
I've seen more Jude Bellingham highlights in the last 3 weeks than ever before, like combined.
it's Real Madrid.
He's at a big
Yeah.
club now.
Even for
10 goals.
Dortmund,
Big
that
club.
as well, you could tell there was a serious baller in there, and now he's gone to Madrid, and you even seen like players like Luka Modric and Vinicius saying he was born to play.
Yeah.
for
He
Madrid.
literally he has the IQ of a striker in the box,
Yeah.
and he's a box-to-box mid.
He's-
It's perfect.
He's absolutely crazy. It really
and
is.
has the physical stats,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
just you can be phenomenal, but like being taller, stronger, and faster as well as being that good
Yeah.
can just it's what lifts you to be.
He
If
is
you
a-
to say to a manager, build your perfect player, they would literally build Bellingham.
You would literally go get Bellingham from Real Madrid, plop him in
Yeah.
front of him, and just go, there you go.
And he's a good lad.
And how he's been able to show himself off to the Real Madrid fans who are notoriously hard to please,
And also-
he's doing all this and all sorts. The arrogance is beautiful.
And also, as well, can we also think about he took Zidane's number at Madrid?
oh, this guy, he's the Don, isn't he? He's the
He is
Don.
actually the Don.
He is that guy.
He is that
He
guy.
that guy.
He's
He
that
is
guy.
superb to watch, and I love watching
Fair
him.
enough. Well, I give you my guy.
Yeah, give me yours.
My guy, bit rogue, Pedro Neto.
Is he
What
that?
did you think of him doing 12 celebrations when he scored?
What? What?
He scored.
Is this a thing? I didn't
He scored last week against Luton and he'd done about 12 celebrations. There was a video going round because he hadn't scored in so long. He was just so excited to score.
Fair enough.
You know what? That's the beauty of football. Isn't it?
I didn't see that. No, I think he's excellent. I think the fact that he's been hampered by injuries for ages, I think he'll get a massive move. I'd love him at Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think, would be perfect. He'd get the game time, and I think he would really improve them. Man United.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's so good for Man United or even Spurs.
Man United need a lot right now.
Yeah,
they need a lot.
But he is special and he does excite you. He's like, he obviously looks quick, but he's even quicker than you expect. He completely does Aki for pace, and Aki's no slouch.
He's no slouch.
He isn't.
So
Are you ready for my boring answer?
yeah,
It's the GOAT. Messi.
okay.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
especially, it's not as now you like seeing the highlight, but back in the day, the Champions League games, knowing that he'd just get on the ball and score makes it. I loved it.
He's just easily the very best.
It's inevitable.
I've ever been.
We don't need to mention anymore.
Yes.
He's unreal.
Yeah, he is inevitable.
Yeah, we don't.
So that's all our football stuff. Now on to the flat chat.
Okay.
This thing that we're watching and being part of.
So
right
what's
now.
our favourite stuff in the
Your
flat chat?
first thing is your favourite. I've wrote game.
Yeah,
Your favourite quiz. Your favourite thing. Your favourite TikTok thing that we.
Right,
do.
so they're all kind of the same here.
They're all
kind of clumped
similar
together.
issues. Yeah.
My favourite. Do you know what? I'm going to go old school. My favourites from the back in the day were career paths. I thought that was good fun. That's
Yeah,
when
you
we
were
made
good
our
at them.
Made our
so-called name. Yeah.
So called.
I think they're very, very fun in
I-
terms of games.
I think as well because we'd always kind of the fact that they did so well is because we knew decent enough, and it's because we loved it.
Yeah, but we've done them to death, unfortunately.
Oh, we've never done them to
so
death.
you're probably not going to see many of them ever again. But
That's our thing, I think. We do stuff to death. Do you think stuff will never die, like Terrible?
well, I don't know. Well, career paths haven't really died. They've died for us, but they've not died
Yeah.
for. I'm seeing
They've
Sky
killed
Sports
people,
doing them all the
exactly.
time.
I've started seeing Lampard v Carragher.
We
Yeah,
started seeing Sky Sports do all of these and that as well. It's
Yeah.
like,
absolute trailblazers, us boys.
Clearly.
My favourite game.
Yep.
Can I do it as like a fan? What I like to watch.
Yes,
that's the best way to
I-
Do both if you want.
I love to watch combined 11 drafts,
because 99 times out of 100 it's me and this man.
especially fans in it.
Yeah. No, I fully
absolutely
agree.
love it.
I like. Yeah, I do
like
watching. Yeah.
Yeah, I like watching
Yeah.
them. There's-
Mine,
Yeah.
I'm going to go two because it's my question. One, watching. Sorry, is how many can you names? I think we've had as a percentage of unreal moments. I think how many can you names have had?
So you
Some
mean when
absolute belters.
Aaron plays? How many can you name?
Just
Is what you mean?
I was going to say, I thought you were just going to say
Basically-
Aaron and John.
I
Call
think
spade a spade.
basically.
If we had to have like the percentage of videos that are howlers, it would be that.
Yeah.
And that's for all of us, I think.
Oh, yeah.
We've all
Yeah.
stanked the gaff out before on it.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
it's half.
Sure.
And my favourite video to do,
I don't know how.
I think I'm going to go for. It was Heggy's idea. He brought it to the world. I'm going Terrible.
Yeah, I don't know how I've not mentioned.
I didn't
that.
want to say it.
Yeah, someone had to.
Someone else
someone
bring
would.
it.
It's
Because someone had to because someone has falsely claimed.
yeah. Oh, I know. Weasel.
Leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. We'll
What's
leave it.
your favourite TikTok?
Favourite one
Yeah.
to do is Terrible because I enjoy it. It's
We're all a team as well, aren't we?
Exactly,
Yeah.
so
They're just so easy.
Yeah, they are so easy to edit.
and favourite one to watch. You know what? I'm gonna go recent. I'm gonna go Heads Up.
What's that new
Oh,
one?
He
I'm
likes
gonna
it.
go for a new one. I think I love the concept of Heads Up. Generally, like you've all played the game where you kind of
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
guess the category. I think that's just really cool, and it allows you to ask some properly really good
It
questions.
really does. And this may be out before or after our recent ones.
What
we've
I
done.
would love is if someone had like a name and then there'd be a bit of like, ambiguity. Is that how it works?
You'll
You
see
can
that
kinda-
later. But when I played it, honestly, the questions I were asking didn't help me in the slightest,
Yeah.
and Jacob also didn't actually know which player he was using.
Oh, I knew.
Absolute chaos. Aaron as well. Aaron was asking questions that got him straight to the
Yeah.
point. Heggie was playing a different game. Heggie's trying to find out about his numbers, his digits. What's he getting on the side? Aaron was trying to figure out what player it was.
I was gonna say I'm just clearly all business. That's
Eggy's 0 for 2 and heads up,
Yeah.
so maybe
Oh.
not his game.
But he's having fun though.
Anti-drafts as well.
They were
I
good.
love them.
Yeah.
eye drafts are good fun.
We've had a lot of moments there as well.
But I feel like when you're in the middle, it's not as fun.
As a watcher,
Yeah.
Also, I will also want to say Wavelength. I think Wavelength is perhaps
Oh, I did like them.
a little bit underrated.
What about further up, like YouTube or podcasts?
Get
or
there.
stuff?
We'll get to
there.
those questions.
Next up, we're going your absolute favourite flat chat TikTok. Callum Potter.
Oh, like an actual.
The
an actual
video.
video.
We've had, we think 1,000 maybe, probably.
If you can keep
Yeah.
counting that at home, then well done to you. 'Cause like,
I wonder what number the highest amount someone has watched us, not counting us.
I reckon
Pierce, how many of you watched?
Someone's definitely watched 1,000.
Do you think so?
I think someone maybe saw us 100 in and went back and,
And just
watched them.
and
all.
then just kind of
Yeah.
kept up. That's probably the easiest way. Yeah, you're not going back now.
yeah,
Does
exactly.
it just have Martin Odegaard? Was that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
that's
can
a good one.
And Aaron pretty much announcing to us what the category was in an anti-draft was pretty hilarious.
You didn't pick up on it at first though.
I didn't watch it back. It is hilarious.
It's very funny.
You've had a few good moments though. I think Yap Stam was a screamer as well.
N'Golo Kante 100 assists.
Yeah.
Oh, Polina, top scorer in the
Polina.
league. That
Oh.
was a good one.
Sorry, Marsh, famous German.
Do you want to take all of them, man?
So no, all of Aaron's.
Wow. Okay.
I don't actually know my favourite.
No.
There's been that many good ones.
Yeah.
That's what the flat chat are amazing.
Oh, lovely
for.
answer.
You just get so many good videos.
It's very hard to narrow down a favourite. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very difficult.
Jake, you got
We
one?
just make great content, clearly.
I really like when Aaron dropped the Pepsi can twice. It's the second drop for me that just
The
made
second drop.
It just made because he'd like realised he dropped it. He's like oh, and then a second spillage everywhere. Outstanding. Because I spill stuff a lot, but thankfully I've never done it on video. So.
Yet.
Okay,
Stay
fair enough.
Obviously, people are watching this on our YouTube channel. What's your favourite YouTube? Flat Chat YouTube. We're obviously trying to do lots of different game shows.
Ooh.
If you've got any ideas, leave them in the comments because we've seen a few. People have been suggesting some, and I've took note. We take a week each, so maybe in a month's time
You'll
I
see
might
one of
do
them.
it.
Unfortunately for you, I'm next, and I've also been taking note.
Okay. Well, I do actually know what my favourite YouTube is.
I can answer.
Oh,
I edit most of them, so I rewatch probably the least out of everybody because I watch all of them maybe 5 or 6 times.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The one that is the most rewatchable is Taskmaster.
I was going to say Taskmaster.
Yeah, Taskmaster's
That's
very
my
good.
guess. Do you know what the moment? Him getting in the hood.
Unreal.
That is my most watched flat chat
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
Unreal.
If you haven't seen, we had
You
to,
need to see it.
You actually do.
Don't spoil it too
no,
much.
but I'm not
You
going
have
to do
to-
justice.
No, but you absolutely have to
Yeah.
watch it. I'm not kidding.
Aaron somehow flicks a ball into a basketball hoop. That's all you need to know.
With his feet.
With his feet. That's all you need to know.
First turn as well, wasn't it? I couldn't believe it.
Phenomenal.
I think that's the most rewatchable. I
I
think
really
doing
like that.
things are
Yeah.
more rewatchable.
Yeah.
I'm quite glad. I put there was thought, there was effort. It's nice.
I liked it.
It was good. I enjoyed
I
it
liked
very
it.
much so.
Yeah.
I'll go next. I'm gonna go. Taskmaster's good. Personally, I think the best video that we've ever done, but in terms of like entertainment factor, both on and off camera, is Connect 4 because the heats were gone trying to do
I missed
that
this one.
video. That's good. Unfortunately, this man wasn't there, but
No, fortunately for you, probably.
Yeah.
but
It
we.
The video was half an hour and it took us over 2 hours.
Yep.
And that never happens.
Yeah.
It was possibly the most. It was probably the most fun I had
It was
in
fun,
terms of
but-
like a recording session. And to be
Absolutely.
fair, we've had some properly
Yeah.
good ones, I think. So
Yeah.
it's very, very hard to pick favourites.
Yeah.
Jacob?
Favourite YouTube video? Ooh, this is quite tricky, but I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go for old school, the tic-tac-toe
The
video
very first
with
one
forfeits.
that we
It was like our first YouTube video that kind of
did well.
Like, we used to hit 100 views every video, and this one got 1,000 plus. And we were just like, wow.
Was this the one that Aaron fell over kicking the ball
Yeah,
at you?
he
Yeah.
fell over. There was drinks. There was singing.
We didn't even get 100 views a video.
No,
And that one like, just took off.
just
That
kept
was-
going.
Yeah.
And there was no collab to get us there. That was us, and it was.
Yeah.
We'd finally decided. Took us a long time. Let's bring our good TikTok videos to YouTube.
Yeah.
Only took us
Yeah.
7-8 months.
Basically, what we're learning is each of these guys' favourite moments on the flat chat is usually me making an absolute of myself. So
Yeah.
Keep up. Keep them coming.
We love it.
They love it.
Yeah.
Excellent. So we talked there slightly about my collab, how that video didn't have any. What is your favourite collab?
Favourite collab? This is a wee bit of bias here because I really enjoy watching his one of his new channels, Capgun Tom.
Yeah.
Did you know? And I know we had Tom Garrett and stuff on the Patter's phone and all that
Yeah.
stuff. That was great and stuff. But Capgun Tom was the one where we sat there and then we saw his setup.
Yeah.
And then you were like, oh no, what's going on here?
He has
oh
a
wow,
million
we're on
subs.
this. I watched him like
Exactly.
6, 7, 8 years ago.
yeah, I'm going to agree
yeah.
with Cal and say Capgun Tom. It's easier for me to say Capgun Tom over Tom Garrett as good as he is because I've not really been
Yeah.
Also,
that involved.
yeah.
the Absolute
Tom Garrett
Bandits,
ones.
the golf, love that. I absolutely
Yeah.
love the golf stuff.
Who is that? Him and
Okofish.
Okofish.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Love
They're
Absolutely love it.
I
doing
like
good.
that show.
I think Captain Tom's my favourite as well.
Wow.
But I'll give a different answer just to be a wee bit different.
Well, you know my answer.
I really enjoyed the Italian striker.
Oh
Ah,
yeah.
he's really good, yeah.
Yeah, he
The
was really-
vibes were immaculate.
He was amazing, yeah.
Great lad.
Yeah, he's a
Great,
good
great
lad.
lad.
Need to do something again with him.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get him in.
Get him on the YouTube maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be so good for that.
I'm going to go the obvious. I'm going to go for the main man, Tom Garrett.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair enough.
That's fair enough.
He's just brilliant.
pitch side as well. We had
Yeah.
Lewis on.
Jacob fancies him.
I do, those dreamy blue eyes.
How can
He
you not?
knows, he probably knows. What I love is that you so often you go to see like the notifications on the flat chat and he's liked the video.
Yeah,
I was going to say
he's still about
But you know what? He's bigged us up as well on this whole
YouTube stuff.
YouTube, you know, he's bigged us up and said that we create tentables. He knows it.
Like I did the intro for the first bit and he just said, nah, that wasn't good enough. Like he cared. Like he's like,
Yeah.
he cared,
Exactly.
he was good, he was clever, he clutched, if you remember.
And
He clutched.
tell me as well, you enjoy pitch side much more now as
Oh
well,
yeah,
don't you?
definitely. And Lewis is a good guy too. He's still a daft but he's a good guy.
Who's been the collabs the most? Is he joint?
Him, Pingu's up there, as you know.
Pingu's
We've had a
up
couple
to-
of Pingu.
Tom's had two.
Tom's a 2.
Lewis is it too?
Send him off.
Send them off, boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but
Do
that's-
love them
They're
actually.
really
Send them
good
off.
guys.
Yeah, they are.
We're getting see if they like we did TikToks with them. See if shout out to you. I'm going to send you this clip as well. Post them, do more as we loved you
Yeah, absolutely.
and
Like,
the accent especially.
Top guys.
We love you.
Yeah.
there's no past tense
There's no
about
past
that.
tense. There's no
Exactly.
past tense.
Definitely.
And finally, this is obviously Flat Chat Podcast. This is maybe your
Oh,
favourite
that's
one.
easy for me.
What is your favourite podcast?
The blind tier list.
Yeah.
You mean that?
I didn't have to. I wasn't here. I got to listen to it as a fan, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's much better listening as a fan as one of us.
Yeah, because you know what you're
Oh,
going to say
yeah,
in that.
definitely.
So.
I really enjoyed Blind Tier List. Yeah.
Just-
I'll probably bring it back in a few weeks. So
I'm
We'll
going
see
to
that.
go for the international tier list simply for the reaction of the man sitting beside me.
wait,
Like-
the draft.
Yeah, draft's good.
The draft.
Drafts are. We haven't
The
mentioned draft.
The international
Yeah,
draft.
The international draft, just for the reactions of this man sitting next to me, they were gold.
I've done it about 3 or 4 times with you guys.
I
You've-
think, yeah, I'm
you've
going to go
absolutely
between
done
two. I'm going to go for a draft where me or Aaron or even Heggy have like destroyed Callum somehow, some way,
Yeah.
ruined them. Like, the letters draft I really liked as well. But I also,
Oh, he was gone that day.
I phenomenally liked, definitely not a phrase, I really liked creating our own team. I really liked like the arguments of creating your own stuff,
Yeah.
your own squad.
Oh, the recent one.
Like you got to
last
watch
week.
that as a fan. Like
I love that.
I feel people doing that. I feel creating your own. Like I love see when there's like an international tournament and you're creating your own 23-man squad for it. I love
Oh,
those sort of
right,
videos.
yeah.
Like even as a fan, I can picture myself in that room watching you guys
Yeah.
argue about.
We will, for the Euros, need to do picking a player from every country, making a squad.
Yeah.
Like qualified.
See if I don't get. See if
Like
Scotland
Scotland?
aren't there. I'll be.
They have
Jacob,
to be.
Jacob, there is no hope that Scotland are not going to be there. Not only are we going to be there, we're going to win it. We're going to beat every team 5-0. England are going to get papped down 4th place in the group
Who's going to
stages.
cry?
Rodri!
Yeah, of course it is. Scotland.
Oh, right,
I'll
okay.
probably cry.
I was going to say, we're going to hear England's, football's coming home. No, 5-0 against Scotland.
Aye.
Get
What's the
and
whole thing?
Celtic win Champions League or Scotland win Euros.
Oh, that's
Celtic
a
win a knockout match or Scotland win.
What
you going for?
I probably would still be Scotland win Euros. Just for the feel good for the country and that as well, of course.
Arsenal win Champions League or Scotland win.
I've said this so many times. I would say Arsenal, but it's I think in the moment, if we're given the choice, imagine Scotland win the Euros. That just doesn't sound
The
real.
Arsenal one.
It's because it doesn't sound real.
The
That's
Arsenal one's
why.
going to be yourself. The Scotland
Yeah,
one, you're
yeah.
shading it.
Yeah,
The
that's
Arsenal one
true.
as well.
Very
Arsenal one, like, feasibly could win it more.
Yeah.
Oh, so
But
much.
that's why in my head, I think of Scotland, just like I can't even imagine what that would be like. So maybe it probably would be that.
I was going to say, let's be honest, if that happens, nobody's going into work the next day. Like, the entire
Or maybe
country.
a bank holiday.
Would be. If Scotland won the Euros, it's 100%.
I was going to say, should be a bank holiday as well, but no, again, the English government won't allow that. Because they'll be too bitter, because they'll have smacked them 5-0. Jude Bellingham sent off first minute for a horrible challenge on McTominay. McTominay scores a hat-trick, he then goes like this to Jude Bellingham. Takes his
He's
own
not even there.
celebration. He's not even there. He's been sent off. Yeah,
His ghost.
I've pictured this in my head.
So before Aaron starts crying, I think that's a perfect
I'm
place.
too late.
Wrap
to
this
wrap
up.
it up.
Yeah.
Of course, check out our 2 sponsors, Lunch and Toskies, using our code again. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Spotify and podcasts and anywhere that you've listened to this. Comment any ideas that you have. Like, comment, and as always,
Take it easy.